next step is to prepare the pre-class materials. What are those? Now you decided what outcome I need to achieve, then decide now what materials I need for them to use. Okay, so let's see here. Do not reinvent the wheel. Basically, this is my best advice. If you are wanting to watch a video, Google it. You could find a lot of material online now that could serve your purpose. You don't have to recreate it. It could be there for you. And there are actually several resources you could use. For example, YouTube, of course, right? You could see a video about the topic, and you can give them the link. They can watch it. Or the open educational resources. This is like free resources for everyone. If you Google Open Education Resources, OER, there is a ton of resources online available for free. You could use them. You could use Khan Academy, Merlot, lynda.com. There's a lot of videos and materials on those places that you could just readily available for you to use. You don't have to recreate stuff. Look for it. If it's there, perfect. If it's not there, then maybe I have to create one. I need to create my presentation. The simplest way is just go to PowerPoint and record your presentation with audio on it and turn it into a video. Are you aware of this? PowerPoint, you can use it to record on slides. Everybody knows what I'm talking about here? Yes, PowerPoint, go to slide recording, and on each slide you just start record, explain. Once you're done, save it as MPEG. Uses the video. You can turn it into a video. Turn the lecture into a video, right? Once you have it as a video, there are multiple things you can do with it. You can upload it directly to the learning management system, the Blackboard, which is not quite recommended because it might take a huge space. Or maybe create your own private channel on YouTube and upload it to YouTube. Private channel means nobody can watch it except those who got the link. So you upload the video to YouTube, take the link and share it with the students. And you can remove it later if you like. But they can watch it as a video now. Your lecture, your PowerPoint becomes a movie. And they can watch it on their own time before class. Okay? And that's the simplest way. There are other ways you can also record using like something called Screencast-O-Matic. That's a free website. You can go to that one and start recording whatever on your screen. That's free, up to 15 minutes, which is a standard thing. So you can record your screen with your picture in the screen if you want to, or not, or just audio for 15 minutes for free. It's called screencast-o-matic.com. I can show it to you here, but there's, I guess there's no audio, so. Well, no, actually you can use it for anything. Let's, for example, you want your students to be able to master how to use Blackboard itself. I would record myself showing them how to do that. This will record whatever is on the screen. So it's very good for demoing how to do things. I want to show you how to register to my website. I would start recording, I would go to this website, I would click here, click there, enter my name, enter my email, done. No, I'm talking about just recording whatever on the screen. It's not restricted to that. It's not a skill, it's just to show them how to do things. Something that they keep asking you every time, how do I do this? Save yourself the headache, record it, put it on the Blackboard. So they can go watch it every time before the semester starts. So you can save yourself a lot of headache with this topic. There's also Camtasia, Panopto. What do we have here? Blackboard Capture. This lecture is now being captured by Blackboard right now. So it will be available for you. All the slides with my audio on top of those. This is one way to do it. It's the same as Panopto or Camtasia. Articulate is another one. You can actually just record your voice. Give him what we call a podcast. Just record your voice for 5 minutes about a topic. Maybe questions students ask all the time. I would record my answer to those questions and put it there. Go look for that at the beginning of the semester. They're never going to ask these questions again. Just for 5, you can use your phone to record it. You could use Podomatic. This is a software. Spreaker is another software, but these are for, you have to pay for it, not free. And of course, you put them on the learning management system. The whole point is make this available, and we will touch real quickly on this. So once I create a video, I need you to be aware of a few things. When you create a video, it has to be short. Don't give them 2 hours video to watch. They're not going to do that. The shorter, the better. 5, 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. Make it short, because they can, remember, can you eat a camel? No. Also, you need to animate your voice. Don't go monotone. Change it, because you want them to keep their attention. You don't want them to be like, okay, students, today we will be talking about flipped learning. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to up and down, you know, the speaking, public speaking skills. Maybe you need to train yourself up a little bit on those. Of course, don't waste your students' time. In class sometimes, well, what happened in the World Cup match yesterday? I like this, I like that. I went to a trip. They don't want to listen to this in the recording. That's a waste of their time. You want to be focused on the topic. So don't get too much carried away and start talking about your life. That's not the place. This is going to be life. You're going to be watching it. So sometimes you need to animate. So make drawings, circles, point to words that are important so they can actually follow your arrows. Of course, you need to be prepared. It's not going to happen from first shot. So maybe rehearse a little bit. So do 1 take, 2 takes before you actually do it, a final one. It's not important actually to be perfect. Don't expect it to be perfect. You're not going to be like a news anchor on the CNN channel. Don't expect that. So it's okay. It's not going to be perfect. But this is what happened in class in a way. This is you. They listen to you in class, and you have nothing to do about it. This is me. Okay.
That contrasts with this 100% learning outcomes.
No, this is not an outcome. This is a video you're recording. If you want it to be, if your goal is to make it 100%, well, maybe do like 10 takes. But the thing is, actually, here is this. I skipped this point, but it's important now to see you need an outline, not a script. You don't need to read a script, because it's going to be very boring. Yeah, that's not going to look natural. You make an outline, like I'm going to talk first about this, then about that, and in every single point, you keep going. And remember, chunk it. Make it smaller pieces within the video. So first, we're going to talk about this point. We're going to move to the second one, and here's the third one. Okay, make sure it's accessible. What do we mean by this? Now you have your video recorded. What are you going to do with it? You need to share it on YouTube. But what if some students don't have internet? Put it on a CD or a flash stick. And if somebody asks, well, I have a copy available to check out, in case somebody says, I don't have internet. So they have to have access to it. You can put it on YouTube. Importantly, more important than the video itself is to teach him how to watch a video. Because now, okay, I put the video there. Then what? Go watch it. Then what? What do you want me to do with it? Just watch it? That's not enough. And we'll get to this in a second. How you make him accountable for this assignment to make sure they did watch the video. We'll see. Also explain clearly what you expect from them. I want you to be able to watch the video for maybe 15 minutes and answer a quiz, or write a summary about this video, or bring a question about it. This is coming. To build this accountability. Make sure they are accountable for doing this pre-class assignment. It doesn't have to be a video, it could be just a reading. But you want to make sure they do their readings. Have you ever assigned your students a reading and nobody ever did it? Before class? Exactly. Well, students, you need to read this chapter before coming. Okay? How many people did read it? 0. Why? Because you didn't hold them accountable. You didn't build accountability. How to build accountability? This is the next topic. But before we go there, real quick, what did we talk about now? Go back to the beginning of this session. What? Before that, one step back. Your outcomes, you already forgot, you see? Decide on outcome using the ABCD method, and then prepare the pre-class materials. How we prepare the pre-class materials? First, what do? Before you reinvent the wheel, what do? Search for it. If you can't, then build it up. And make sure that you will follow these steps, make it short, make it accessible. Now, how to make sure they are prepared and accountable? We'll see. Let's first answer this question without looking in your notes. Why do students come unprepared? When you assign the reading, why they don't do it? What are the reasons for not doing the assignment? Can you talk? Well, let's talk among yourselves for 2 minutes about these reasons. What are the possible reasons for not doing the pre-class assignment? This time, be prepared to share. Okay, let's hear from you. What did you discuss? Give me some reasons. Guys, let's listen, okay? I know it's too exciting. I know you have been suffering from this for a long time. So, yeah, I know, it's hard. Yeah, I'm sure it is. So let's listen to some of the answers. We'll get to you, okay?
We come from a background that traditional method of learning, passive learning, so they are comfortable.
So they've been used to passive learning all their life. They've never been used to this. How I should come prepared to class. I'm just coming to class to sit there and listen.
They don't know how to prepare.
Yes, you're not accustomed to it. Yes, please.
I think they fall back upon the instructor, meaning if I ask them to read, I teach novel, so I expect them to read 5 chapters, which is around 50 pages.
Okay.
I will not be able to discuss the whole 50 pages in that lecture.
Okay.
I will go through certain points in the 50 chapters, but the students, they don't want to read the 50 chapters. They know I'm going to focus on certain parts of chapters.
Exactly.
They fall back. It's a problem that is very difficult.
Well, then the readings or the assignment is very long for them, and they don't find relevance, exactly relevant to what they're going to happen in class. They don't cover everything that they read.
They don't cover everything,
Right.
so I think they fall back upon the teacher.
Right.
The only thing I can resolve this is ask questions about the novel that I did not, because
When do you ask these questions?
when I do assessments,
In class.
sometimes in class, yes, things I don't, and sometimes in assessments, because this is part of the subject. The subject is novel.
Right.
So they're going to have to read that 700-page novel.
Yes.
Problem.
They have to finish this novel. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's a good point. There was another hand here. Yes. Then we'll get to you guys. What other reason, possible reasons that don't prepare?
Yes. So I think it's the fear to fail, especially when we're talking about something new to them. Just one of the things said that we are used to be giving lecturing and using the traditional way of teaching.
Right.
Students sometimes get behind and start to fear to fail and probably get uninterested because and this is actually sheds light on the importance of orientation and how the teacher should be acting.
Okay.
First day of orienting.
Yes.
training students in this
Yes. Thank you. Let's hear from here. 1 point or 2.
I'm talking on behalf of my group.
Yes.
Their opinion.
Reasons for not coming prepared.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. That's important too. Yeah. They're not sure what to do with the assignment.
They don't hold accountable if they don't do it. They don't
Well,
care
there
if
is
they
no
do it.
consequences for not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to read, and nothing going to happen. Nothing going to affect my grades.
Maybe
That's very important.
they
If
make it easy.
No, but this is a great point. There is no consequences for not doing it or doing it. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. It's not going to affect me. So basically, yes, all what you said is correct about.
What about the communication gap, sir, between the teacher and the students? The communication gap. I mean, the students were not properly communicating.
Well, he did not clarify to them what do you need to do.
And the thing is, what about to develop a competitive environment among the subgroups of the classroom, rather by giving an assignment for the whole class, divide the whole class into the subgroups, and to develop a competition.
Well, that's the solution. This is the solution. But let's finish the reasons for not coming clear. Sometimes it's very difficult. You give them a task that's really very difficult for them. Or sometimes it's very long. That's why we need to be careful. If I give them a huge amount of reading they do, sometimes you feel, it's too much. This is overwhelming. I'm not going to do it at all. Or they see no value of doing this because of 2 reasons. First, what they do in class has nothing to do with the readings or the video. You ask them to watch a video or do a chapter and you come to class, do nothing completely irrelevant to that. So why should I read the chapter if we're not talking about it anymore? Or sometimes there is no, which is the most important thing, there is no assessment for this pre-class assignment. You don't assess them. You don't give them any grades for doing it. There is no penalty. So basically, what can we do to motivate them to do it? Let's see here. Again, you need to introduce the concept of active learning early on. Because active learning involves them to do stuff before coming to class. Be prepared, because if they come to class unprepared, they will not be able to participate. They will feel lost because they didn't do the assignment before class. Build rapport. How many of you are familiar with this word, rapport? Yes, it's kind of a friendly but professional relationship with the students. Remember I told you that to build community, get them to know each other first, and remember the names, use their names, come to class early, talk to them, chat with them, leave a little bit late after class is over if you can stay in the room, talk to them, answer their questions. When they get closer to you like that, they probably would do it for you, even if there's no consequences. They would probably become prepared. Because now, if you get them into groups, they feel more accountable towards their partners. Because everybody now did the reading, I did not, I will feel like guilty now. 50 means 60 is like, that's what I talk about. If your class is 50 minutes, come 5 minutes early and leave 5 minutes late. How long is your standard class period? 50 minutes. Okay, so just come early. Don't come right on the nose and get started ignoring everyone. Come a little bit early, have a little chat with people, make them feel at ease. Don't make them feel like, I'm scared of the teacher, I don't want to talk to them. You know? Yeah. Assessment should be part of your class routine. If you are doing midterm and finals, what do you expect? Why should I do any readings? I'm going to study right before the night before the midterm and the night before the final, that's it, I'm good. Assessment should be in every class. Every class should have a form of assessment. Either what they call formative or summative, or informal or formal. There are a lot of ways you can test their preparedness. There is a handout for you in here with some quick, what we call CATs, classroom assessment techniques. These are ways you can measure their learning without making any grade attached to it. There are a list of, can you find that list? It's called Classroom Assessment Techniques. CATs, right. CATs, yeah, remember CATs? This is really very important. They are very short, brief assessment technique you can do within a minute or two, but they will tell you if your students are ready or not. I already used some of those. Can you guess what? What technique I've used here to see if you already get it or not? Not here, today. Before the group, what I ask you to work individually, pair with someone, and then share with everyone. This is called think, pair, share. This is actually a strategy. Very simple, but it can give you a lot of information. Think, pair, share. This is one of those CATs. Okay, so you can use those in class, in every class, at a minimum. Well, again, the outcomes. What actually you want to be able to achieve. If they know what is expected from them, they probably will do it. The outcomes, again, back to the outcomes. Add a timeline. What do we mean by a timeline? So watch this video for 15 minutes and then a 10-minute quiz after that. Create a value. You can ask them to do the readings and take some notes and bring those notes to class. They call it a cheat sheet. So you can bring that cheat sheet to class and use it. There is no wrong with that. Use it in a quiz I'm going to give you. It's all formative. Not necessarily I'm going to give you a grade, but I may give you a small grade. But use that sheet with all your notes, with your summary, to solve the problem that I'm going to give you in class. So they see a value for doing the pre-class assignment. Bring a summary. You can use it. Cheat sheet, it means a cheat that you can cheat from. You can look at it and like you're cheating.
The student or the student mark or
No, this is for the students. They bring some, we call it cheat sheet. Sorry for the term, but it's like when you go to a test and you have like in your bucket something you can take it to cheat from. No, not that. I'm talking about the reading or the video you assign them. They can take notes and write them down and bring them to class. They can use them. It's not a test, you know. You can give one free pass. What do I mean by that? A free pass means every time you come to class, I'm going to require you to take a test or bring something to class. But I will allow you one time to get away with this. If something happens, a family member dies, you're sick, I will hand you a piece of paper, and if you didn't do the assignment, give me this piece of paper back. And you're now excused from doing the assignment that one time only. just says excuse for this one time. Because things happen, you know. So things could happen. But you're allowed to do this just once. For every single student, they allow one time to not do the pre-class assignment. Just one time. Of course, you need, at the beginning of every class, you need to start with what we call focusing activities. So now they did the preparation before class, right? They come to class, now what are you going to do to hold them accountable? Here are some techniques you can do. Quizzes, of course, right? If you want them really to do the readings, tell them there will be a quiz on the readings. It doesn't have to be very hard. It could be very generic. Just things that they can, if they did the reading, something they can answer, but not very simply by looking at the readings. Something has to be like more broad. Have you ever used clickers? Anybody used clickers before? You know what I'm talking about here? It's called electronic response system. It's like you see in, what is it called? Who wins $1 million? So the audience would click a choice and you will see it on the screen. Yes, so it requires a device. And there are some versions of those for free online. You could do some of those. So at the beginning of class, give them a question, they can answer and you can see. The clickers would have a code in the back that they can register on the blackboard. So when they click, you would know who clicked right or wrong. Not in class, but after, because it's anonymous. You don't know who said what in class, but it records it and send it to the database so you can know later. Your ticket. I could ask him to bring an index card with a couple questions on the pre-class assignment. So bring a question, 2, 3 questions on the topic. You watch the video. Bring me 3 questions on that video. But the trick is, use a time stamp. What do I mean by time stamp? Well, I have a question. The author was discussing this, and that happened on minute 23. No, not 23, that's too long. On minute 3. Where did you get this question on? Because they cannot come up with any questions, you know? So come with a question, where in the reading? Page 35. I have a question on this issue. You get it? So it would be specific. It's not like bring me any questions. No. You could use these questions multiple ways. I could do what we call pairing questions. I could ask every person to exchange a question with somebody else and have them answer each other's question. And I would collect those at the end and grade them. Or use some of those questions for discussion in class. Remember, the class time now is no longer a lecture. I'm doing something in class is not a lecture. Could be a discussing, yeah, it's a flip now. Forget I'm standing here and talking to you now about anything. I'm basically running a discussion, and we'll get to this, or having present something, having talk to one another. Work together in groups or in pairs or whatever, but you are not in control anymore. You're not the guru standing on the stage talking. You have to have them do something in class. So this is one thing you can do. Have them bring questions, use those questions as a basis for the discussion. So you don't even have to bring a question of your own. And that will hold them accountable for doing the reading, because this question is not going to be just random, and they will be responsible for bringing those questions. You will grade the question, give them a grade. It doesn't have to be from 10 points. It could be complete, incomplete, like a 0 or 5. It's nothing in between. Either you did it or not. Why am I saying this? Because it could reduce the amount of work on you. You don't want to add more work to yourself by grading every week. No, I would look at it. This question makes sense? You got the 5 points. This question means, it looks like you didn't even read. 0. Yes and no, exactly. And if they know that, expected, they will be more careful what kind of questions they're going to give you next time. One-word journal. What do we mean with that? So I would summarize the 50 pages in one word. One word. The whole topic. I would think of one word that represents this whole topic. And then I would ask him to write a paragraph why they chose this word. Explain to me why you chose this word to summarize this whole topic.
Inferring from what thought.
Well, they have to come up with their own ideas now. And they cannot do this without doing the assignment. You could do one sentence summary. Are you familiar with that? Somebody is yes, right? It's another cat. One sentence summary means ask him to say what, who, why, when, why, how. One sentence to describe the whole topic with these prompts. Who did what, to when, and why, like in the novel. I could use what we call a mind dump. A mind dump means at the beginning of class, spend 5 minutes. Write everything you remember from this pre-assignment, from this video, or from this readings you had. Write everything you remember. It doesn't have to be in sequence or order. Just dump everything on this piece of paper. We'll call it a mind dump. And I would collect those and grade them. Still, yes or no, complete, incomplete. Choose a side strategy. If you have a topic that you can divide between pros and cons, I agree with this or I don't agree with this, I would write these two topics, against and with, and ask them when they come in class to put a post-it note with which side they are with. So I would come with this sticky note, I put it here, I agree with this. Somebody else come, I would not agree with this. Then I would ask him to defend why. I would randomly pick somebody. Ask him, okay, why do you support this? Or why you don't? They should be able to defend the choice they made, whether it was yes or no. There is also a peer review grading. So if you don't really do it yourself, I could have them grade each other. I could have them write the one sentence summary, and then each student will give feedback to the other student. They exchange their report and give feedback to each other. And I could probably look at this and also evaluate it, right? There is a lot of stuff you can do, mostly all in this handout I give you, the cats. There are several techniques you can use. And there are more. I can give you a website, actually the teaching center. We have a list of 247 techniques you could use. If you want to get to that, Google, well, I'll write it for you. It's ATLE Interactive Techniques. I want to write it down. Okay. ATLE, yes, a minute? 3, okay. ATLE, Interactive Techniques. If you Google this, it will take you to ATLE stands for the Academy for Teaching and Learning Excellence. This is the website of our center for teaching and learning, and you will find an Arabic version for this. Somebody actually saw this list and decided to translate it. We said, okay. So there are two versions of it, one in Arabic and one in English.
The need for translation. The English version is there.
Well, it's for somebody from actually the Gulf area who saw it and wanted to use it in their university. So they wanted to translate it in Arabic to use it. So there is another version of it there. Okay?